One of the things I am deeply passionate about, and I want to really reiterate this because it's something that you can apply to anything that you do, and it's the idea of being and falling in love with the process, the journey that you're in at the moment. It can be anything that you're in, it really doesn't matter. It can be a journey of just improving yourself, of course. It can be a journey of fixing something. It can be a journey of a personal endeavor, a career maybe. It doesn't matter. But it's the key is to really just enjoy, but also be so fixed on the actual journey, the path to that, rather than the end product, because it's so easy to overlook and to yourself and just to say to yourself like, oh, why haven't I got this yet? Or, I'm not here yet, and I'm a bit annoyed that I'm not here yet, because so much of the time we are kind of focused on the end result, but never the process itself. Or sometimes we're fixed on at the moment where we are currently, and we're in the beginning and you feel like there's mountains to climb to get to where you might be, and it kind of like makes you feel a bit unhappy. But that's the whole point. Like, it's supposed to be like that until you get to a point when your mind that, okay, wow, I've done this. But if you shift your perspective into the actual process of doing what you're doing, then each day becomes a mission, each day becomes a challenge, and an opportunity to be better than yesterday. And if you were to apply that every single day, it kind of compounds, and eventually you'll get to that stage. But you will never get to that stage if you think to yourself, why haven't I got there yet? Or if you're so fixated on the end result, you'll never get to that stage. And again, this is beautiful because it can be applied to almost anything that you do. For me at the moment, like, I could definitely apply this to YouTube. There are points earlier on where I was just like, because I know that this is something that I really am passionate about and I really want to do one day, hopefully to a full-time scale. But at the moment, I'm not in that position. And if I was to just constantly, whenever I upload a video, just be kind of anxious and why haven't I hit this, even though I put so much effort into it, and not being happy with the current moment I'm in, then that could also compound, and it can negatively spiral, and to the point where you might even give up. So I think reframing that perspective and thinking to yourself, no, I'm gonna do this. I know this is gonna happen. I guess to a point where you're even delusional, because like you're visualizing that end result. You've got that goal in mind. It's in your mind. It's in your visual. You know it's there, but you're just focusing on each day as it comes and giving it your maximum. You'll get there eventually. You'll manifest that reality for sure. But it's just keeping on track, and I think that's the most important thing. And it doesn't matter where you are or in your journey. This can be applied anywhere. You could be at the very beginning, right? I'm using YouTube as an example, but you can, at the moment, you might not even have posted a video, or you might be like 900 videos in. Regardless, if you believe that the path is on, the outcome will happen, then all you have to do is stick to the journey, and it will happen when it happens. But yeah, I just want to emphasize the importance of the journey. Now, I'm using YouTube as an example, but you can do it for anything. Whatever goal you have in mind, whether it be, again, career focus, whether it be, let's say, a business or whatever, you just have to be able to be so committed, and you have to trust that you will get there. And it's hard, I know, because how can you trust something that hasn't even happened yet? It's so true. So that's why, and I definitely believe an element of delusion has to be there. And especially talking to other people, this is something that I've realized. Like, people that have created something like fantastic had a vision. They were visionaries of that process, of that product or whatever. They knew that was going to happen. They just had to stick to the plan. So it comes from self-belief, but then self-belief comes from really being delusional that you will do it. And along the journey, you're going to have to refine things. You're going to have to innovate on your path. But those are all just steps to get to where you want to get to eventually. It could be it could also be a spiritual thing, right? It doesn't have to be like a physical business or a physical goal. It could be something like, I want to get to a state where I feel accomplished in a certain aspect of my life. That's a journey in itself. They're all different journeys, right? Whatever you choose, they're all different journeys, but they all require one thing: consistency. So you just got to be willing to put in the hard work every single day, not slack. You got to be able to tell yourself that you will definitely achieve this. Keep that vision in mind at all times, and also identify and observe situations where maybe like it's affecting that vision, because that's very important. You could be around people who negatively talk about that, or people that you know try and take power away or energy away from that, and that's difficult to go with, especially along your journey, right? So you have to like make sacrifices sometimes. But good luck.